Hi, this is Bill Huebner. Would you like to hear about a prospecting technique that might generate for you a dozen very warm, if not hot, leads per hour? Well, prospecting is something that we all must do in order to generate those leads which are so vital to growing our businesses. And we can probably categorize prospecting into three areas or buckets. One would be using social media: Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and there are innumerable other ones that are also very effective. As a matter of fact, if you have an interest in learning about how using some of these social networks could be effective for you, I've got some free training programs which I'd be more than willing to share with you. Give me a telephone call. My name is at the beginning and the end of this presentation, and also I've provided my email address in the text box below. So get in touch with me. I'll be more than glad to share them with you. The second bucket are those online areas that are useful. Things like advertising, pay-per-click. They can be very effective as well. But I'm going to talk about an offline prospecting technique that I've been using to get that kind of success. I can generate a couple of dozen very warm, if not hot, prospects in a couple of hours. Now, one of the real gurus in offline prospecting is Cedric Harris, and he does card drops and meetup groups and networking groups, all of which are effective in generating warm leads. But what mine involves is going to job fairs. Now, what is more appropriate for finding a hot lead than talking to somebody who is looking for a job? So I thought it would be a good idea, and so I signed up for a couple of job fairs and have had a great deal of success in generating prospects. The idea is to go to the job fair. You may have to drop your resume off at the table on the way in, and or maybe you're saying, how do I find a job fair? Google it. And those of us who live near metropolitan areas are probably going to have a greater number of job fairs that we might attend than those folks who live in the more rural areas. But that said, this is a very effective technique. So while you're at the job fair, sidle up to someone who's just kind of standing around looking about where they're going to talk to the next recruiter and say, how's it going for you? What is it you're looking for? Or just simply, are you interested in making a little bit more money? Now, you don't want to engage the person in a long conversation. You don't want to do an interview with them there because that's not your role. The vendors who are looking for hires have spent a lot of money to rent their booth, and you would be usurping that. But most of these events tell you to network with other people that are there. So you're networking. But at the same time, get their resume. Then you can go back and call them up. You have been prospecting, and your lead is someone that you already know is looking for work. If you have an opportunity, give it a try. There are job fairs by specialty, by industry, by employer type. So take a look, and good hunting.